With Christmas and the New Year just around the corner, I thought you might like some useful English expressions to talk about Christmas and the New Year. So in today's video, we're going to do two things. We're going to talk about Christmas vocabulary and we're going to talk about New Year's vocabulary. And the second thing is, I want to tell you about Australia's Christmas and New Year's and what we do here. So let's start with vocabulary. In this, I'm going to give you some useful expressions. I recommend that you stop the video and repeat after me to try and help you sound fluent. Let's start with Christmas. The first thing you can say to somebody is Merry Christmas. You can wish them a happy Christmas too. I hope you have a lovely Christmas. Have a lovely Christmas. You can ask them about their plans. Do you have any plans for Christmas? And then when you're talking to children or people with children, actually, when you're talking to anybody, you can say, I hope Santa brings you something nice. Who's Santa, you might be saying? Well, Santa is Santa Claus. And in English, Santa Claus has a lot of different names. The most common I feel for my family and friends is Santa. However, we have Santa Claus, Father Christmas. Let's talk about vocabulary for New Year's Eve. So New Year's Eve, we can say, Happy New Year's. Have a great New Year's. See you in the new year. Let me tell you about in Australia what we do on these important days. So first of all, the 24th of December is known as Christmas Eve. This is the day before Christmas. And in Australia, nothing much happens on Christmas Eve. It's possible that people are working still. People are preparing for Christmas, their Christmas lunch, where they're going to go. And children go to bed very early. This is because Christmas is the next day, and that is when they'll get their presents. And this is the day that most Australians actually celebrate Christmas. So on Christmas Day, most children wake up at the crack of dawn, really early in the morning. They go into the living room or wherever the Christmas tree is, and all of the presents are under the Christmas tree. Santa has delivered those presents. In fact, he did it Christmas Eve when you were sleeping. The whole family sits around and they open the presents. It's a very lovely time. Then it's normally breakfast. The most important meal of the day is actually Christmas lunch. Now, lunch can be with just your immediate family. So that's your mum, your dad, and your brothers and sisters. But often there's other people like grandparents or aunts or uncles or very close family friends. In Australia, it's hot, it's summer. And where I come from in Australia, it's really hot. So many families in my city will have a barbecue lunch at the beach or next to a lake or next to a river, or they will find a place that has air conditioning. For lunch, there will be a variety of meat. So it's very common to have chicken and ham, turkey. Some people have turkey, we didn't. Prawns. Prawns in the United States are called shrimp, but we call them prawns in Australia. And there will be a variety of salads. My family had this kind of lunch every Christmas. There are some people that have the traditional hot Christmas lunch, but to be honest, it's way too hot for that. In the afternoon, many people go, like I said, to the beaches and the creeks. There's lots of swimming, there's lots of water. And at nighttime, we have Christmas dinner. This is much more informal, and it's often with the leftovers from lunch. In fact, we have leftovers probably for a week. And that's Christmas in Australia. That's how I celebrated Christmas my entire life. And this Christmas will be no different. I'm doing exactly the same thing. Let's talk about New Year's. So, New Year's is divided into two different days. We have New Year's Eve, which is the 31st of December. New Year's Day is the 1st of January. Of course, the big party is New Year's Eve on the 31st of December. Once you turn 18, New Year's Eve becomes solely about friends. So, what people will do is they will book a restaurant so they can have dinner. Dinner is normally early, so I'm saying about 7 p.m., 8 p.m. maybe. After dinner, you normally go to a location. So some people will go to bars and pubs or clubs, or they will go to a friend's place for a barbecue. New Year's Eve always seems to have a lot of alcohol in Australia. 10 seconds before midnight, 12 a.m., the countdown begins. Everybody starts counting down together. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we yell, Happy New Year. And there's fireworks. At midnight, you kiss your friends and wish them a Happy New Year. And then the party continues. Oh, I forgot to tell you something. So in Australia, there's often two lots of fireworks for New Year's Eve. Often around 9 p.m., there are the early fireworks. And this is for the people with young families, with children. So the children get to see the fireworks. They then go home. And then the real fireworks happen at midnight. New Year's Day is possibly my favorite time of the year. On New Year's Day, I like to think about my plans for the next year, and I like the morning when everybody else is in bed, asleep, hungover. I'm awake. I'm always somewhere nice. I try to go to a beach or a river or in a garden, and I think about that year. I think about what I want to achieve. And I actually write New Year's resolutions. These are my goals. It's very common. Some people say that New Year's resolutions don't work, and maybe they don't. But for me, setting goals is really important. It gives me something to work towards. And even if I don't achieve the goal, I've progressed towards that goal. And for me, that's part of the success. I like to have goals, and so that's why I always write New Year's resolutions. I'm going to put some of my New Year's resolutions in the comments below. If you've got any New Year's resolutions for next year, put them down, put them in writing, put them in the comment. Let me know. Inspire me. So for you, your friends and family, I send you my best wishes for this Christmas season. I hope you have a lovely Christmas and that Santa brings you everything you desire. See you next year.